Welcome to Valuers Outlook, where estate surveyors and valuers offer expert insights to the current economic trends in the real estate sector of Abuja.
Good day, viewers. Welcome to another edition of Valuers Outlook. My name is 𝗡𝗜𝗘𝗦𝗩. I'm an estate surveyor and valuer, and I'm also the public secretary of Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers, NIEV's Abuja branch. And we have here with us our guest speaker, who is no other person than estate surveyor and valuer 𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗡𝗦. He is a fellow of the institution and also the principal partner of 𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗡𝗦 & Co. You're welcome on board, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Good to have you on board, sir.
Thank you, Amaka.
Yes, sir. Well done. Thank you, sir. All right. Today we'll be discussing about the menace of building collapse. You know, it's been a menace to the society, where we have buildings collapsing on the spot. Statistics have shown that there are about 65 buildings that have collapsed from 2022 to date in Nigeria, and we've heard of the ones that happened right here in Abuja, 𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗡𝗥𝗦, and such, and the current one that we've heard in Anambra State. So I would like to know your outlook on this and prefer solution concerning this.
Welcome, noble colleague Amaka.
Thank you, sir.
And welcome, viewers. First and foremost, I think we know what building collapse is. That is when the structural components of a building gives way. This will lead to health hazard and even loss of life. And it may be partial, it may be complete. That's what it's all about. There may be many reasons for that. It can be quality of building materials, building regulations, unqualified professionals that are engaged to do some jobs, and foundation, which has to do with soil test, and so on and so forth. So there are so many reasons, and all of them are very, very important. You can't say that one is more important than the other. And then building regulation, the authorities, whether they're actually supervising and regulating it the way they're supposed to do it. So if all these things are put in place, I think the menace of building collapse will drastically reduce.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. What do you suggest could prevent this from happening? Because we noticed that most of the collapse is from more of construction site, and they have their peculiarities, like the one that happened in 𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓. You know, we heard that is a foundational problem, while the one at Life Camp, I think was that of material. Quality of materials, yes. And all of that. So, and then one in Garki was an old building. So, what would you advise, maybe the government, or what do you suggest to the government, to the public, to those who are in charge of ensuring that this is done properly? What's your advice on this?
Yes, the causes of the building collapse have enumerated some of them.
Yes.
And to avoid this, it will start from the design, the architectural design. By the time an architect designs structural aspect of work, you know that it cannot be as good as the one done by a structural engineer. Okay. So once the appropriate professionals are engaged to do what they're supposed to do, there won't be any problem with building collapse based on structural failure. Okay. You know, and then soil test is very, very important. Okay. most people don't do soil tests before constructing buildings, even high rise. By the time you don't have those the soil tests, you know the chemical that are in the soil, and then the load bearing capacity of the soil. In that case, you are taking risk because the soil may give way, and then the building will collapse. And equally, the soil test will help you to know the type of foundation to put, whether it should be spread foundation, pile foundation, or whichever is adequate for that soil. You can't go to Lagos and it's swampy and be doing the spread foundation, or it has to be most of the time pile foundation so that it can withstand the soil, and then there won't be issue of collapse.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for what you said. So now you are saying that professionals should maintain their boundaries of competence,
Exactly.
yes, and capacity, as well as ensuring that things that need to be done, like checking of soil tests,
Yes.
very important. Things often ignored
Yes.
should be followed to the letter. So thank you so much, sir. For an estate surveyor and valuer now, we are to come in at the inception, even before the projects. That means we are the ones that procure the land and all of that. How can we be more prominent in ensuring that some of these things are properly done from inception?
Yes, an estate surveyor by training is trained to do a lot of things. That's why most of the time you hear that estate surveyors are jack of all trades and master of all. We are trained in construction, we are trained in architecture, we are trained in law, and so many aspects of building industry, building construction. So for an estate surveyor, it will be ideal for estate surveyor to be involved in the project management.
Yeah. Yes.
Because he can coordinate other professionals and ensure that things are done properly.
Yes, thank you so
If
much.
you are discussing architecture, a valuer will follow very, very well because he knows he did a lot of architectural courses and did practical while he's even outside.
Yes.
And then if you're discussing building construction, it's part of the courses that we're taking by an estate surveyor. So an estate surveyor is well equipped to coordinate other professionals to ensure that things are done properly.
Wow. Thank you so much, sir, for your response. I hope you got something from this outlook, this valuers expert outlook. See you again next time.